we're doing this thing called the Corona Serenades with La Scena Musicale, and it's where different singers are sending videos out to people who are frontline workers and people who are ill with the coronavirus, to actually give them some form of healing and support with the voice. And it's run by my wonderful friend Adrienne Rodriguez, and I found it so moving. I mean, what has been your experience of it?
It's amazing that we're able to give the gift of song,
Yeah.
and have the the technology in order to do so, and
Yeah.
to be able to sing and share still, even though I'm on my own in my little abode,
Yeah.
to be able to give that. It's amazing. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
And I just know in my heart that, because it's so personal as well, it's a personal gift to them, that I know that it will lift spirits, and they request the songs as well. So, or
Yeah.
warriors, which is really fantastic, So if anybody's interested in like booking a song through an artist, they've got some wonderful artists on there, and Rebecca and myself are one of them. You can go on to myshana.org, and that's myscena.org, and just look under Corona Serenades and you'll find it there.
My doorbell is going, Nadine.
Is that your doorbell?
Do
Oh
you
my
mind if I
God.
just quickly, because it will be the post?
Yeah, go
I'm
ahead.
so sorry.
Go ahead.
Sorry, everyone.
Yeah, good morning, Susan. How are you? And good morning, everybody. I am Nadine Benjamin. I am the intuitive Verdi soprano,
Thank you.
and I am a certified NLP mind coach, and I'm a certified high performance coach. I'm also a healer and a professional international opera singer, singing all over the world, and I totally love it. I am here on 12-week safe at home, so I can't leave my house at all. So I thought while I'm here that I would share some of my coaching skills, and also some of the wonderful friends that I've met along the way, and colleagues and the people that I love. And today we have one of my besties. We had another one of my besties yesterday, but we have another one today. And it is Rebecca Louise Dow, known as the Golden Age singer, and she is a British vocal artist and opera director. Rebecca performs music from the Golden Age era of musical theatre, jazz, and opera. And it's so wonderful to have you here, Rebecca. Thank you so much for being with us. Now, as I normally say, please, 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 if we are not medics or doctors or psychiatrists, if you need that support, please go and get it. We really encourage you to get as much support as you possibly can. Good morning, Susan. Good morning, Marjorie. Good morning, Nina. Lovely to see you. Lovely, lovely to see you. So, hey, Rebecca.
Hello, and hello, everyone.
How are you doing this morning?
I'm very well. I'm sorry about my little trip to go and to let the post in, but it's actually a parcel, probably my books, which I've ordered. Some of the suggestions that you made earlier in your program. So yeah, I look forward to reading them.
Thank you. You must tell me later what ones that you got. So that would be really interesting to see how you got on with them. But we would love to know about you. So tell us a bit about yourself and how you got into singing.
Well, I've sung actually since I can remember. But I was very fortunate that my junior school was really encouraging of music making, and every Friday we would have singing class with Mrs. Collins up at the front playing the piano, and we'd all get our red A4 files. And in that file were some amazing songs. Crash Bang Wallop was one of them. You Are My Sunshine.
Oh, I know that one.
Featuring in there. And what else was in there? We're Getting Married in the Morning. Yeah, all sorts of classic numbers. And we used to belt them out all together. And yeah, probably my voice was a little bit louder than my neighbours. And then from there, I just loved music, but it became obvious to the teacher who's leading the class, and we had an adjoining secondary school, and they performed an annual musical, and they were looking for some Gretels. So
wow.
I was 10 years old, and I was asked whether I would go and perform the role of Gretel in their musical, and it was a full stage production, so proper stage and the wings and the green room, so it was really exciting, and the whole process of the rehearsing and everything was just, I just loved it. I really loved it, like being in that whole world of creating characters and being on stage, and I loved it. So then I kind of fell into this world of music, and from there my mother found this beautiful woman, Cynthia Jolly, her name was. She was very jolly.
So lovely about her all the time.
Oh gosh, she was an incredible woman, and but she had a real passion for opera.
Yeah.
So introduced me to these incredible artists such as Morella Freni and the great Pavarotti, or the late great Pavarotti, and showed me played recordings of La Boheme, and soon I fell into that world and wanted to learn more about it. However, as the years progressed, I did actually want to be a bit of a Whitney Houston, which didn't go down too well.
I love that.
I know. So yeah, but I carried on because it was encouraged, obviously, to use the potential of my voices, and so that's kind of what led me through my journey up to that point. But that's how I got into it. So it's a very long-winded way of answering your question.
Right. It's really important for people to understand the foundation, because, you know, one of my first productions I remember doing at primary school was Oklahoma.
Oh, brilliant.
Oklahoma.
Oh.
It's amazing how things, you know, influence you. And I remember singing once, "Oh Christmas tree, oh Christmas tree," and everybody thought it was like some CD playing or something. So,
magic.
Yeah, exactly. How we start is really, really, really important. So, you know, what happened in terms of opera and stuff? Did you eventually sing bits of opera, or how did you?
Yeah, so from training with Cynthia, she really gave me the foundation. Well, what was so beautiful about Cynthia's way of teaching was that she allowed me to discover my voice, if that makes sense. Does that make sense?
Amen.
It's like she wasn't giving me any kind of technical, unfathomable explanation. It was all really the true self, and allowing me to free my voice. And so I continued in that way with her for many years. And then I decided that I wanted to go to music college, and how was I going to make that work? But the first time round, I didn't go into music college straight away. I went to do a music theatre degree at Winchester. And the music theatre degree was amazing because it was so varied. It wasn't musical theatre, so it was essentially devising pieces of work. It was doing live art, which my final project was wanting to challenge our perception of what beauty is, and so I covered the door of the house where I was living at the time with newspaper and cuttings of all these highly edited photos of these glorious women with no cellulite, or, you know, all
I love it.
And you know, the perfection as we're told what it is, and covered my door in that. And then I walked down Winchester High Street in some muddy welly boots and a ball gown with my hair a mess and everything astray, and did a full circuit of Winchester High Street, and made my peer group who were in the class with me walk with me. And David Harradine, who's an amazing oh goodness, what's the word for it? He's just an amazing guy. He was a teacher at the time. And so where am I going? I'm digressing again.
Kind of art in activism, kind of.
Yeah, it was great. I loved it. So we had very different modules and things. And actually we did do music on film, which was a module.
Wow.
So I did have a little bit of experience of editing, but not huge amounts, and I wasn't that great at it then, but I'm having to use those skills now for sure.
Yeah, it's
so,
becoming handy now, isn't it?
Yeah, I feel like calling up Sarah, who was also on that course. I haven't spoken to her since leaving Winchester, actually, but she was amazing at it, so get in touch with her.
Good morning, Denai. Good morning, Claire. Good morning, Louisa. Lovely to see you all here. So from that, since that was such a varied course, Rebecca, is that how you would have got into directing? Tell us a bit more, because you're an opera director as well.
Yeah, I think that whole creation and I suppose being the puppeteer in a way of explaining it is quite exciting. And so from my journey from Winchester, I went to study the voice at Trinity Music College. And it was there that I didn't feel there was enough opportunity to perform. And I had many great colleagues. My goodness, the college was full of amazing, incredible artists. And I can see Marjorie's here. She was there with me on the course. And just the amount of talent. And it always seemed to me that there wasn't enough opportunity for everyone. So I chose to mount one of the biggest schools there are in street scene, but I didn't just think, oh yeah, I'll just do it nice and easy in the theatre. I decided that actually I wanted to be out in the community and put it out on the street, and it free for everyone, and everyone just joins in, mucks in, and you know, we got a really great team and a wonderful cast. It was phenomenal. It was a wonderful experience, and it really gave me that thirst of creating something tangible and working with incredible artists who may not have had a lot of experience, but need the experience, need somewhere to go to play, to find out, you know, and be curious about their artistry. So yeah, that was really, it was amazing. I loved it.
We share that same vision, which is why, you know, one of the reasons why I created Everybody Can Opera, which is one of the reasons why you directed the last two performances.
Yeah, which was an amazing experience. I loved it.
It's just lovely to have that synergy with a colleague who understands what it means to give value to people and give them a chance to do something that they may never have done before, and just believing them, and that we work as a team, as one. You know, nobody's any hierarchy, no one's better than the other one, we're just all one. And you know, I thank you for those moments that you contributed.
Well, thank you for the amazing opportunity, because they were very very useful learning platforms for me as well, and I learned a lot about who I was as a person, how I wanted to be, and how I wanted to improve. It was a great learning curve. Great.
Oh, well, honor to work with you, absolutely. So we have your obsession with Ivor Novello. So tell us, how did this obsession start? I mean, so we're moving out of opera now, and we're moving out of directing for a bit. Tell us.
So I suppose I went through a bit of a transition in where I was in opera and quite immersed in it, and I'm going to be an opera singer and I'm going to perform on this stage and I'm with these people, and it was like an aggressive being, and it kind of it didn't resonate with me at all, and it wasn't coming from a place of love. And for me, life is about that. If you're not, I needed to be in a place of love so that I can then give love. You know? Amen. And so I then, in that transition period where I was being told, oh no, you're not a soprano, you're not this, that and the other, I was like, I'm me. Just let me be me. If I want to sing coloratura soprano one day and mezzo rep the next, or I want to sing a bit of Whitney Houston, or I want to go and sing Judy Garland, actually, let me be me. So on that note, I decided to take a little bit of that and be me for a bit and investigate all the songs in that red file, for instance, back in the
Yeah.
day, and that got me singing in the first place. And a lot of that music is from the golden age era of musicals. And I think during that transition stage, I was doing a lot of work with lost chord and music in hospitals.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, those that are suffering from dementia, which is what lost chord is about, helping those with dementia, sadly, they're of an age group which would really benefit from hearing those songs of childhood, etc.
Yeah.
And so it gave me an opportunity to explore those songs again.
Yeah.
And I found my voice. I found where I belong. And one of the songs within that musical set that I used to perform with the charity, actually I still do some performing for them now, was We'll Gather Lilacs.
Oh, and I love when you sing that.
Oh, it's a beautiful song. It's beautiful. And so then I got thinking, oh well, maybe there's some more songs of Ivor Novello that I would like. And then began to investigate, and the more I investigated, the more I found that he wrote for the voice, and he wrote for singers with a background in opera. I mean, notably Mary Ellis, for instance, who performed at the Met and then got assigned to Novello shows. So and Vanessa Lee. So these amazing, beautiful singers of the time singing his work. And his work, I mean, it kind of sits in between musical theatre and opera. It's perhaps more operetta. And a lot of his music actually reminds me of Puccini. The soundscape in which he creates with the orchestrations, it's broad, and the voice just floats on these beautiful long legato lines and uses all of the extension of the voice as well. You know, you're going from below the stave right up into, glorious
stratospheres.
Exactly. So and it's challenging music. It is challenging music, but it's beautiful and it resonates, and I love it.
Well, I mean, I have to say, I mean, maybe I'm biased, I don't know, but I have to say, you singing this music for me, I mean, I'm a great fan of Judy Garland, Doris Day. You know, I love those artists, Ella Fitzgerald. You know, they have a really soft place in my heart. And like you, I have an obsession with Verdi, and for one of the same reasons, because he writes, I feel, for the voice, and my voice understands it.
Yeah.
So I have never heard an artist sing this music the way that you sing this music. I have never heard, since the days of Judy Garland and Doris Day, and I've just never heard an artist come even close to that sound world. And when you sing, it's like that sound world opens up and we enter another era and another world. And I love the fact also that you dress up in the same era as well, don't you?
I try to. I need to expand my closet, I think.
Yeah, but
perhaps now's not the time. I need to be a little bit careful. But yeah, I mean, I would love to investigate more in the materials and colours and I'd love
Yeah, well, I mean,
there's certainly more investigation to be done, Nadine.
And
more learning, and and going, with those artists in mind. There's other programs that I would like to do incorporating the more American songbook, which I have done previously, as you know, with Greg Arrowsmith. But it's a wonderful era. It's beautiful.
Well, it was made. That era was made for you. And tell us about, you've got this thing called the Music in May Novello series, online series. Yeah, so tell us what that's going to be about and how we can join in.
Yes, so it's a video series throughout May, and I'll be presenting songs off Ivor Novello, along with my wonderful colleagues Terry Saunders and Sarah Colley. Sarah being on the violin and Terry on the keyboard, although he is doing a little number singing as well because he's a wonderful singer. So yeah, he's joining in that way as well. So yes, we've been working on that, and that's putting my media skills to the test, I can assure you. It's a complete minefield, but I'm getting there. And and really where that's come about is because I was supposed to be doing a fundraising concert at the end of May, on May the 31st, which was a project very close to my heart, and was something that I was doing, co-producing it with my mother, in order to raise money for a charity that helped her through her cancer journey, which is the Breast Cancer Haven. And the work they do is incredible. So they support those going through that journey from the very outset all the way to their recovery, and even ongoing, with regular counselling sessions or reflexology. They could go and have some treatment, and to find a community of people in a similar boat. And it's not just for those that are suffering from cancer, but their families as well, and how best to deal with it. So an amazing charity. So this series is an opportunity for me to say thank you to them, and hopefully raise some money. So it's a lovely project, and I've really been enjoying it, and I'm so sad that I can't do it live on the 31st, as it was supposed to. We're going to have tea and cake and celebrate, and but never mind.
Tell me, because we've been talking about this. Teresa is just saying, hi Anthea. Teresa is just saying that she loves the Haven. You've got somebody there that knows it, and which is
brilliant. It's an amazing charity, and they're really struggling at the moment, and they're having to adapt in the way in which they help the community, the breast cancer community, and they're having to furlough staff, which is they need help. I mean, obviously so many other charities right now.
Will you put that where we can find them in the comments section?
Of course,
Is that right? Because I'm sure that if somebody is hearing this, they might want to contribute towards them, and or they can go to your GoFundMe page, that will tell them at the end. Which would be lovely. So you've mentioned this twice. How has it been to work with technology at the moment as an artist? Tell the truth.
Nadine, you know what I'm like with technology. Oh my goodness. It's so hard work, but it's an amazing skill to be able to accomplish. So not that I've accomplished it yet, but getting to grips with it, and learning ways in which to adapt, and it's amazing, isn't it? Because they've been these they haven't just suddenly arrived. They've been here for us to use for quite a number of years or months or whatever. And so to come at it now is actually been a good thing, and as a performer, to find different mediums in which to work is obviously an incredible thing, and a great gift. That it has. I know that hearing Danai yesterday when she was talking about doing a recording and then deleting accidentally, I thought I was recording something, thought, yes, brilliant, I've done a great take, gone to the video camera, and then realised I hadn't recorded it. It's so frustrating.
Oh my goodness. I've got to go through that myself. I'm recording an opera, and I've got to record the opera tomorrow. And I think I'm going to be going through exactly the same thing. Is the video on it? Can I hear the sound? Can I da-da-da-da-da?
Yeah, well, make sure you press record on everything. Otherwise you'll be very disappointed.
I've realised I've had some anxiety around that, because it's not where I'm best placed. But like yourself, it's that thing, isn't it, of having to skill up. And embracing that skilling. And sometimes I'm not embracing it. Sometimes I'm like, oh no, pick up the phone. Who can help? But then but the more I do it, the more embracing I'm becoming. So I'm learning a lot about that and a lot about myself, as I'm sure you are, and as I'm sure many others are.
Yeah, and also balancing techniques, where to put the camera. I mean, that's a whole other journey in itself. The amount of times it's flung off where I put it, I'm like, oh no.
Oh, well, I'm sure we're not alone, Rebecca. Absolutely.
No. We'd love to hear your stories, please.
Yeah.
Let us know.
Exactly.
These funny stories. I've fallen off benches. I've had the pots fall over the floor. I've had to hoover up all the soil.
But you know what? That also shows your resilience, and I think that is one of the qualities that we have to have.
I didn't give up. I'm still going.
You know, that we do have a sense of resilience, which is really, really, really wonderful. So tell us, you know, what tips have you got for us then, since it's quite a challenging and kind of, you know, and we really have to kind of have that resilience and that bravery and that courage to step into a project, especially when it's going online and, you know, and we're having to do a lot of it ourselves. You know, what tips would you give?
I think the most important thing is to find something that really fills you up. I mean, and to do it because you want to do it, because you love to do it, what you're doing. That's incredibly important, because then you'll have the motivation to continue it and see it through.
Yeah.
What are the other things? So I'm just referring to my notes because I have all these things and it just goes out of my head.
No, not at all. But I've just got Teresa here saying that the Haven helped her so much. I would not like to be going through chemo now. Blessings, Teresa, and thank you for sharing that with us. And if anybody can help the Haven, please, please, please do, whatever way you can. And Louisa Barry saying where to put the children whilst holding the camera. And Anthea Parashak is saying candid camera for video takes. They should have that, shouldn't they? With, what is his name? Jeremy Beadle. Oh, I can't remember what he does.
Absolutely. Although that leads me on to my second point is that not I mean, I have an issue with my own challenge, not an issue, a challenge, that I am a bit of a perfectionist. So I don't like things to be out of place or anything. So I've tended to delete my bloopers or whatever they're called. But actually, they might even be the best bit. I don't know. People might enjoy them more. So yeah, funny, really. So yeah, that would just let it go, let it be what it is. Yeah, don't try and manufacture, just let it go. We are in this challenging time and things aren't going to be perfect. But they are, as long as they're from that loving space.
Yeah. And you were talking about that you were identified with Denai yesterday about the patience part.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Just having the patience. And Gabrielle is saying, I will have to listen to you all singing, maybe eventually together, including the laughter. Absolutely. We'll put on a show for you, Gabby. Absolutely. At some point, we'll all come together.
Yeah.
And Denai Eleni is saying, no, save the bloopers. So you are also really passionate, and we also share this again, as about bringing people into connection. So tell us a bit more.
Well, in terms of collaborating with others, so important. Even more so, I suppose, now that I'm on my own. But music is about sharing. It's about giving. It's about nurturing and allowing people to come together, and that's what it's about. So I've got Terry on board and Sarah, and I'm wanting to invite a few people to speak as well. That's kind of going on at the moment. I mean, and that's the other thing about this project. It's kind of evolving as I go. So there's no kind of, I mean, there's a marker, beginning of May and end of May, and what happens in between there, I'm not really sure. But we've got 21 songs that are going to be delivered, or thereabouts, and so there's space for growth and to encourage more people to get involved if they want to.
And to stay flexible, I suppose.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, really
Well,
important.
Rebecca, it's been so lovely to have you on. Just so lovely. Have you got any lasting words for us?
Oh, just stay safe, everybody, and stay loving.
Yeah.
You know, this is a challenging time. Things are going to come up. They're going to irritate us. They're going to push us off our little road. But just be kind. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to others. And I send everyone so much love. Yeah.
Oh, and where can they find you, Rebecca? Come on.
Well, I am online. So at the Golden Age Singer is my. Do you call it anchor? I don't really know what you call it.
Well, just the place that we can find you. I don't know what you call it either. You know, just somebody else. I'm sure Denai knows. She'll send us it. So yeah, so at is your handle. That's it. It's your handle.
Handle. Yes.
That's it. So
at the Golden Age Singer.
Yeah. And then
RebeccaLouiseDale.com is my website.
Okay, and can we find you? Where will we find the May online series?
That will be through my Facebook page, and I believe actually there'll be a link to Instagram as well, I think. So
okay, brilliant. And is that via Rebecca Louise Dale, or is that by the Golden Age Singer?
The Golden Age Singer.
So that's the Golden Age Singer for the May online series. Oh, that's wonderful. Rebecca, Marjorie's saying, I long to see you in 3D when we get all together. Love to hear about your project. Oh, thank you, Marjorie. A wonderful woman is
Marjorie.
Marjorie, lovely mezzo soprano, with a very, very good heart. So thank you so much, Rebecca. Thank you everyone for being here. It's a rainy morning this morning, but we have brought some sunshine into the day. Rebecca,
thank you so much, Nadine. Thank you. Thank you for doing this. In the mornings. It saved my life. Quite literally, tuning in every morning. Honestly.
Bless you.
Love you.
Bless you. Well, I'm so glad that you could be a part of it then. I really, that's really moving, and don't, you're going to start me crying, and I can't do that this morning. Okay. So anyway, who have we got tomorrow? Got me all emotional now. So Michael Harper. Michael Harper will be on tomorrow, who is a vocal consultant and a singing teacher and also a singer. And he will be talking about electricity online and how to be maintaining. So thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Take care. Bye, Anthea. Bye, Susan. Bye, Louisa. And Rebecca, most of all, thank you for bringing such joy into this morning, and we've really loved having you. Thank you so much. Take care now.
Bye, Nadine.